response, "Shut up. Leave me alone." Seconds later, she was dead. In cases like this, the task of putting names to the unknown dead falls upon the county coroner.
And in tonight's KCAL9 Up Close, Andre Morrow steps into the morgue with Orange County's detective of death. Andre.
Well, Pat Carey, homicides, suicides, overdoses, accidents. The state law requires the coroner's office investigate all unnatural deaths. Tragically, hundreds of bodies DOA cannot be identified and are toe tagged with the name John or Jane Doe. The chill of a morgue, immeasurable. The stench of demise, unforgettable. Death is something Kurt Murine, Senior Deputy Orange County Coroner, carries home with him day and night. His job requires it. Mourning family members demand it. And the unidentified dead need his detective skills to finally rest in peace.
I love the mystery. I love that there's a puzzle that needs to be solved. And I'm also motivated to help these families to bring some peace to them.
Here at the Orange County Coroner's Office, approximately 8,000 bodies a year come through these doors. Of those, about 200 arrive unidentified. The vast majority are identified within hours, but some, usually the victims of suicide or homicide, never rest in peace with a headstone bearing their family name. Instead, the county cremates the nameless bodies and buries their ashes as John or Jane Doe.
Our investigators here in Orange County are some of the best in the nation, and despite all of our best efforts, we just sometimes cannot get these people identified.
Murine's office has open files on about 50 John, Jane, and even baby Does. A case that haunts this detective of death, especially since he's a father first, September 20th, 1987. A young girl between the ages of 18 and 23 takes a cab to the cliffs of Dana Point and throws herself off the side, plunging to her death.
She was wearing a dress, blue canvas shoes, and oddly wearing a pair of men's size 34 briefs.
Today, almost 14 years later, investigators are no closer to knowing who the strawberry blonde was than the morning a couple hiking came across her broken, lifeless body.
I can't imagine the uncertainty of not knowing what happened to a loved one who disappeared.
Another John Doe defying detective work of the Orange County morgue, the identity of a 32 to 37-year-old man who jumped off the roof of an Anaheim hotel back on October 14, 1992. Although authorities found many clues to ID the 200-pound man, such as a Disneyland ticket from the day before, plus a bus pass from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, still no positive identification has been made.
That must be in some people's hearts that they want to leave the earth anonymously.
But this deputy coroner promises persistence and spends countless hours searching new fingerprint and DNA databases linking missing persons in the United States, often succeeding against impossible odds.
We were very lucky to be able to identify the victim of Randy Kraft, the serial killer. Here, 22 years later, we were able to give this John Doe a name.
Delivering the news a long-lost family member or loved one is dead is not easy, but Murine says it gives him comfort to end the suffering of not knowing.
It's very grievous, the information you're passing along. Time and time again, they say, thank you very much for letting us know what happened.
Now, the coroner's office tells us always carry an ID, even if you're leaving your house for a quick walk, and get your children fingerprinted. That way, in case of an accident, everyone can be identified.